Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin Virgo. Money's the first topic of conversation for us. So what I'd like to cover is in terms of finance, the beginning of the week sees you inheriting money, and so does the end of the week. Midweek, you're able to just it's stable, it's not moving, which is great. You're holding on to every penny. And look, I do see you hesitating to ask people for help. I do see that even if you were to ask somebody for a loan or X amount of money, don't get me wrong, it might be easier to ask. However, the response is not so positive. So with that being said, you do better on your own. Okay, you'll find a way. If you're stuck in a rut at any stage, at any point in time, you'll find a way out. There's no doubt about that. But I am seeing these small amounts of money beginning and end of week where it sort of helps to push things along. I don't think you need to. I see that you're stressing about where the money's going to come from, but without you even realizing it, it will just show up for you. Okay, but I am sensing, and this is why it's so. It feels like as though it's a scattered energy when it comes to your money, because you're stressing way too much about losing it, not having it. There's something around the way of worrying too much about nothing. Okay, you need not to do that. I am seeing that you're applying for different types of work, different to the norm, different to what you're used to. If you're going back into the workforce, let's say you haven't worked for a while, or you've taken a break and you want to go back in and do something completely opposite to what you're doing, what you were doing before. Expenses are, look, you're paying your bills on time, everything's fine, but your expenses, they have a way of creeping up when you think you've paid everything off, and then all of a sudden there are three more bills that haven't been paid. Things like that are going to pop up midweek for you. I'm getting a Capricorn energy around you that will not leave you alone. This is really beginning to freak me out, because this is a really forceful energy, although you haven't seen anything yet, and that is where I'm going to leave that at. There is also Gemini, Aries, and Libra that play a significant role in your life this week. You've got a lot of people that are willing to reach out, but they do not know how. I suppose what you're going through as we speak is, I mean, you couldn't be happier in terms of where you're at, in terms of your home life, in terms of the fact that you've got no disruptions and you're just happy go lucky is really, really great. But a lot of people could be missing you or missing out on you. And so there is the longing to call or reach out to Virgo, and they just haven't heard from you in a while. Now, I want to, you know, I do see that you're preparing for something quite big this week, but I do see that there is some kind of proposal coming through regarding your work. This has been a long time coming, but you will not know how to fully prepare yourself on an emotional level for this. In an instant, you are now prepping, gathering, collecting information, getting ready for this once in a lifetime opportunity. This is big. As I said, you're really coming to a point in your life where you're now looking at the bigger picture. Finally is what I hear you saying. Finally, but at the same time, you're shocked, you're surprised. I mean, and of course, who wouldn't be? You know, you're all that kind of good stuff. There's a great energy about you, but not knowing or experiencing that kind of uncertainty as to how you're going to cope with it, that's coming through quite strongly. This is happening before the week, even just before the week begins. So it's coming in really fast. Don't be afraid of this. Go with it. And if there's anything you need to sort out that is really bothering you in terms of you thinking that it might get in the way of things. Worry about that later, because there is actually nothing that could possibly destroy your path right now. I'm seeing moving house, and some of you have already moved. And I look, you are at peace. There is tranquility. Don't worry so much about any other types of energies that do not serve you, that do not give you any benefits. Thank you, Virgo.